We're all about the Archers. I'm Philippa.
And I'm Katie.
And this episode has spoilers up to and including tonight's episode of The Archers, which is the 26th of September, Tuesday the 26th. This week we cover... What are we going to cover, Katie?
Anything and everything. We've got Stella and Pip. We've got William moving out and Clary and Eddie. What else we got?
We've got food mentions, we've got straw crows mentions, lark rise to Candleford, surprise mentions. We're concerned about George, we're concerned about Chelsea. We're just concerned about Ambridge, I think, full stop.
We're just concerned.
Let's get into it. So, Katie, what do you think of the week so far?
Quite like the point that was made actually in tonight's episode where it was the whole question, what is Community all about? I thought that was quite a good... I feel like they've written our podcast for us. It means that we don't have to really think of a theme or anything. They were just like, P and K. Right, what is Community all about? Please discuss.
I started this thing where every time they mention Lark Rise to Candleford, I could have a biscuit. I've been doing that this week. I have eaten so many biscuits tonight. I'm wired from the sugar. They are rolling out the carpet ready for the dramatised version on Sunday, aren't they? Wow.
They sure are. But this also shows how we differ because I saw it as a drinking game. You saw it as a biscuit game. So it's a good job I didn't drink tonight, otherwise I'd have been all over the place.
You never know, could have been quite interesting. So yeah, what moments...
Could have been great.
What moments stood out for you? What were your faves, what were your flops from the week so far?
I've got to say, one of my big flops, and you might just hang up on me, is Josh.
No, I agree.
I'm sorry. Oh, I wanted to punch him. Yeah, not a fan, I'm afraid. I'm going to change my flops. But yeah, I think he was worse than Linda. That's saying something. Not a fan. No, really not a fan of him at all.
Yes, again, if I'd been able to have a biscuit every time the word straw crows were mentioned, I would have had a substantial quantity. You could have had your drinking game with that as well. I mean, it could have been lethal. A drink with every time they mentioned Lark Rise to Candleford and straw crows, and we'd be away. Yeah, I was disappointed with Josh this week. I know David kind of dropped him in it, but he's handled it badly. And this, what did he say? I'm doing it for the village. No, you're not, Josh. No, not happy with that. No. Well, any other flops? Any other faves?
I do think, just on the side of the Harvest Supper thing, I do feel like looking for the Straw Crows on Spotify, because I know BBC aren't supposed to advertise, but I feel like they must be a real band because of the amount that they've been discussed. I'm like, who is this next big thing? Do I need posters on my wall? Who are they?
Well, I had a look because I was looking and there was nobody. And I thought I think the scriptwriters must be so proud of themselves that they've come up with a name that is suitable for Ambridge but doesn't actually exist. Yeah, I think that's quite a thing. But I suspect the Straw Crows are not going to turn up and Josh is going to have to go and eat very humble pie with Jim and get him to perform with Kiki.
Oh, spoiler prediction. Following on that prediction, I kind of feel like it's going to be a bit like the Vicar of Dibley, because every time they kept mentioning Kiki, I was thinking Kiki D. And then I was like, is Elton John going to show up? That's where my head's gone. So the Harvest Supper's going to be Elton John and Kiki D.
Be there on the piano, it'll be absolutely fine.
Exactly, okay. There's hints of a piano, it's got to be.
What else did we have? We started the week with Waspgate, with Stella quite scared of wasps, whacking something. It sounded like the wasp was the size of a planet. She had to whack it so hard. And then Pip, the wasp whisperer, able to open a door and know when the wasp would go out. I wasn't sure about that one.
No, I was quite proud of myself as I was making notes for the episode. I put down Wasp Whisperer and then they mentioned that. I was like, oh, I'm on the same league as the Archers scriptwriters.
We've got it.
I'm cool. Yeah, it was very odd. It was kind of, Pip and Stella, will they, won't they? I mean, we know which way it's going to go. I hope we know which way it's all going to go and everything's all going to be lovey-dovey. But I've just written, why is everyone so weird? With the whole Pip and Stella thing. It's just getting ridiculous.
Do you think it's to make us really care and really be rooting for them? And I was rooting for them already. I don't need all these ups and downs.
I think it's possibly, are they the first lesbian couple in Ambridge? Is this why we're getting all, you've got to love them, you've got to fight for them, and you've got to be excited for them? Is it that?
Yes, I mean,
know.
we did have Helen's barrister, but we weren't involved in the romance of that. So, yeah, maybe it is that, but I just wish they could get on with it, really. And Stella is so good. She just comes round and I don't know, she's just amazing. I was impressed with her.
Deserves a medal.
But at this point we don't know if she's going to be okay. I mean, I like you say, I presume she is going to be okay. But yesterday she was all this, Rosie is a lot to take on, and Toby, it's like Toby's another child that she has to take on.
Exactly. And I don't know, I can't remember which one of them said it, but they were like, should we just get a megaphone and announce it? And I feel like if they just, at the harvest supper, grab the microphone off Kenton or whoever's going to be doing all the announcing, let's just announce it and then it's done. And also it'll be on a Saturday episode, so we won't hear it. So it'll be even better. So everyone being weird, we won't have to hear. And then on Sunday it'll just be like, Pip and Stella, they're now married.
Yes, we'd be completely up for that, wouldn't we? I was unsure about Lily and this printing nonsense, how she didn't have access to a printer and there wasn't a printer at uni, but she needed to print it out at the vets. What did you make of that?
Yeah. No, I thought that was a bit strange. And I also didn't like the way that she mentioned her lecturer. Like, she kind of went a bit, my lecturer. I was like, oh, no, not again. It was just a bit... So I was like, please no, we've just got rid of Russ. Let's not do that again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she said something about, I can't remember what it was. I don't think I've written. I've just put way she mentioned lecturer, ew. There was just something in the way it was said. I was like, oh, no, let's not. No. So I'm not sure.
What did you think of George today? Because Josh was being awful and George was being reasonable. I don't know what's going on. We've entered a parallel universe.
They got their J's and their G's mixed up. They just forgot which was supposed to be the horrible one and which was the nice one. Maybe it was just that. But no, there's been this whole thing with William moving out and Eddie and Clary being nervous and whatever. How is it going to go? I don't know. I've just got visions of George being little Lord Muck and everyone running around after him and Poppy cooking because he commented about the fact that he was going to miss the cooking when Eddie was like, so are you going to miss living here? And he was just like, yeah, I'll miss the cooking. That was about it. Yeah, it was, yeah. I feel like he's just trying to put it on. I really don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I'm not
and the only
convinced about him.
reason he wanted to live there was to kick Hannah out, and he seems to have forgotten that. Either he is improving or he's as ultra manipulative as I originally thought he was.
Definitely. And I hope William just gets on with it and sees straight through it, but I don't know, is he? I mean, he's obviously seen how George can be, but I don't know, not convinced.
And I'm interested why William thinks that, he can really sort George out. Is he therefore saying that Ed and Emma are the world's worst parents? Because I don't think that Emma's tried her best, Ed's tried his best, but is he saying, no, it's been an absolute mess up to now, and I'm going to sort it, I will be the golden parent, I will sort this boy out?
Yeah, that's a good point. Is he just kind of taking him away and just kind of, I can do this, I can deal with it and get him sorted? But I'm not sure. I didn't like how they were bringing up the fact of William's gun as well again. It was a bit like, where's that going? Why are you talking about the gun?
I thought it was because some people won't have listened for that long. So it was one of their, we're just going to do a bit of a recap for people, just in case.
I think I'm just on a really critical week. I'm just like, and what is this? Why have they said this? Who did this?
I was going to ask you.
I've got one of those detective things on the wall.
I was going to ask, has the week so far been what you were expecting, or has it been a bit different?
I think so. There's been a lot more Rise to Candleford mentions than I thought they were going to be. I mean, I knew they were discussing it quite a bit, but every other word's quite a lot. Although saying that, I have gone and bought the book. It's working. So I don't know. But yeah, people just haven't stopped talking about it. So yeah, was kind of not expecting that much talk.
Yes, we should say at this point, mention it briefly, that we are planning a bit of a bookish bonus episode where we will have a bit of a book club chat about Larkrise to Candleford. And if possible, if we can eat a biscuit every time we mention the title in that, I'll be very happy.
Not sure the listeners are like that, just like biscuit crumbs everywhere as we're trying to talk. Might need a trigger warning on that one.
Especially because this goes out on YouTube as well. So not only can you hear us on your podcast player, you can see us on YouTube. That could be quite a distressing episode, I think.
Yeah, that would be special. That's one word, definitely. But yeah, no, for things that I was expecting this week, I hadn't kind of thought about when William was moving, so I wasn't expecting that storyline necessarily at the minute. I wasn't sure if they'd moved or what was happening with that or whatever. Yeah, I was expecting more about the harvest supper, and sadly we got that.
Yeah. I found there were some similarities because Josh was saying about how they were going to move it in a different direction and be forward-looking, modern. And it felt like a repeat of last week when Natasha was setting out her dreams for the tea room.
Yeah, there's all a lot of forward looking, and again the same with William, I guess. Looking forward how it's going to be better with George and Poppy. So yeah, maybe it is just all looking forward and Pip and Stella to look into the future. So yeah, community and future, the key words of the week maybe.
Now we do have to talk about food because certain items of food have been mentioned so far this week. I will list them for you if you could give me your feedback on them. Number one, we had brunch with maple syrup. Is that good
Don't
or
like
bad?
Maple syrup.
Ah, okay.
So I love a brunch, but maple syrup, unless it's with pancakes, chicken, bacon, and banana, that's good, but not anything else.
Okay, that's quite weird, but we'll move on. Then we had cheese and onion crisps with Neil. Oh, are we okay with that one?
Winner.
Okay.
100%, yeah.
Then we had, and I quote, the best cheese sandwich. Thoughts?
Interesting. If it's just plain cheese, I'm not sure how we make that the best cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
Is it grated? Is it sliced? Is it melted?
I don't know what makes it
So
the
many
best. Is there
options.
pickle in there? Is there some different types of cheese? Is there salad as well? I was concerned about that.
What makes the best cheese sandwich for you?
It's got to have pickle in. It's got to have a bit of salad so it's healthy.
Chunky?
Yeah, and cheese, like, more cheese than bread. I think that would be my preferred. You?
Yeah, either a big chunky cheese and pickle sandwich or a proper kind of cheese salad baguette or something. I like that as well.
Nice. And then the other food we had was Clary's pie, but we weren't told what the pie was. Thoughts, Katie?
Yeah, that's hard, isn't it? Sweet or savoury? If it's savoury, it needs to be steak and kidney. Sweet, I don't know. Could be any fruit pie, really.
No, steak
I
and
do love a
kidney.
pucker pie.
I don't think I've ever had a pucker pie.
What?
Is this really
the only
thing?
thing we thought? It's odd you've never had a pucker pie. I can't get my head around that, but I think we can stay mates. We'll see. But the other thing as well that was really weird was the whole thing talking about the slaughterhouse with Chelsea, going from reading the book and the pig slaughter and everything, and then just suddenly you need to go to the farm and you need to see how pigs are slaughtered. And what? Why the sudden? That's the other obsession at the minute, talking about slaughterhouses and abattoirs and everything. We've got Freddie and Chelsea now. What's going on?
There was a lot of time spent in the pub tonight. I felt as if they'd got a CD of background people noises that they had to use today, or the rights on it ran out. So they're like, right, we're going to put it all in the pub. I don't know. Very strange.
Yeah, lots of clinking of glasses, and then just talk about stuff you'd talk about in the pub, abattoirs.
Yes. Why not? Lovely. Yeah. Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, and some bacon-flavoured crisps, please, while you're at it. Yeah.
There we go. Exactly. Pack of Frazzles will be happy.
Frazzles. Now, the question is, Neil's worried and concerned what to get Susan for her birthday. It's her birthday on the 10th of October. What would you get Susan for her birthday?
Oof. A gag.
Not another selection of books once she's finished the old Lark Rise.
Yeah, let's see what else we can get obsessed about. As long as it's not 50 Shades of Grey, we're fine. Let's not go down that road with the Archers, thank you.
No, please, no, I couldn't cope with that. Or another photo session, because
I think we should.
No, please. Do you remember that photo session where she put Neil on a diet and all of that? Yes, that would be a bit too much, I think, if he did that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we should throw a party. It's very exciting.
So we come to the final section of this episode, Katie, where we talk about our predictions, which last week proved to be as inaccurate as always. Any thoughts as to what might happen?
No, I've said a few throughout. So we've got Kiki D with Elton John coming to the Harvest Supper, which is definitely going to happen. William moving house, and George is going to be Lord Muck, while Poppy, bless her, is a bit of a Cinderella scurrying around after her. Mm-hmm. Stella and Pip, obviously a yes. And I think last of all, I can see Freddie and Chelsea falling in love over the blood pit.
Oh, wow. Those are all quite measured.
Yeah, there we go.
Those are all quite measured. I suppose I've made the straw crow prediction that they're going to not turn up and Josh is going to have to eat humble pie. But I think as well, I think Paul could make another nice sandwich. That could happen. That's a prediction. I think bronze turkeys could surprise everyone and grow a bit faster than they have been up to this week. And possibly Toby is going to launch a lesbian testing service, because he seems to, if you sleep with Toby, you become a lesbian. Who knows what may happen over the rest of this week.
This is true. Yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah, I forgot about Toby, actually. Yeah.
But there we go. Next week, I'll be joined by Lauren, and the week after, it will be all four of us. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and that's it for this week. So it's a bye from me, everyone. I'll see you soon.
And ta-ra from me. Definitely see you soon.